Hello, everybody. Welcome again to the PTSD show. Uh, Today we got an interesting topic, but just want to announce that Tony's not here with us today. He has something to come up, but it's me, Dre, and my dad today. So we got an interesting topic today, and the topic is: should people be judged based on their past? Now, what I mean by that, uh, when people, do something that's negative or do something bad, and that's with them forever. That's what they life forever. And then society tends to judge, based on what they've done in the past. And if they want to truly change, I feel like society doesn't, accept that or they don't welcome that newly. So, uh, Facebook, YouTube, I'm asking y'all, do y'all think people should be judged based on past? And I'm gonna give my 2 cents in. I think it depends. So when I say it depends, I think it depends on if the person really truly want to change. So if he in the gang or anything, or if he's in a bad life.
Right.
But some people they don't have choices because you know what I mean. They have no choice, so they have to get in this life because they feel like it's the right way to go in order to make or in order to survive. And now, even though it's still a choice, they feel like that's the only choice that they have
So
because
you saying they basically they're saying they feel like they don't have a choice because of the options that they have.
exactly
So they feel like they're backed into a corner.
they back
So
into
they
a
have
corner.
to make this choice in order to get an outcome out of it.
Yep,
Okay.
get an outcome. Yep. So then they realize that the choice that they made was bad, and then they try to truly change. But then I'm gonna just give an example. So people they go to they go to jail for selling drugs or something.
All right.
It's a bad thing, but it's not really major. It's not really a major felony like killing somebody.
Right.
And then they come out and they truly want to change. They don't sell drugs no more. They turn a new leaf around and they try to get a new job, and the job's like, we can't hire you because what's on your record.
Right.
Or even, if he did a couple hit and runs, even if he did a couple like break-ins or robberies or anything, and they truly try to change. Now with that one, it's kind of a slippery slope because you did do that crime, so you're gonna be treated like you did the crime. Because jobs, they don't want that on their name.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I say it depends. So now, with women's standpoint, because we talked about this in the past,
Okay.
with body counts and everything.
Okay.
Now that's another top. That's another thing. Girls that sleep with a lot of guys. To me, I feel like that's they past and they have fun. But then if they truly want to change, then the guy they shouldn't judge with that.
Okay, so you're saying men shouldn't judge. I mean, you just saying like in general they shouldn't judge a girl off her past, as far as a relationship standpoint.
Yeah.
Or you saying that depends on what it is?
It depends. Yeah, it depends on what it is. It depends on what it is. That's just truly my answer. It just truly depends on what it is, because you got a lot of people that do the wrong things, but they just feel like they didn't have a choice, and then they try to truly change, and they shouldn't hold that against them.
Okay.
But like I said, it depends. So that's what I gotta say.
Okay.
What would you say?
For me, I agree with you on that one. I'll say it depends on what it is, because as people, we don't want to get with the mindset of people can't change or you can't learn to forgive people for certain things that they did, because everybody make mistakes no matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And like if we go with your example, as far as like let's just say somebody created a criminal. Let's just say somebody killed somebody, and let's just say they killed more than one person or something like that, and you want to take in consideration that okay, this person has the potential to kill somebody, and on the underfoot, you kind of want to be able to feel like people can change, but I think that all depends on what the person is doing, or as far as like what their actions are to show that they're not in that type of state of mind anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like in this, let's just say like you said with the killing, I think that's a thin line because when you look into like what people do when they go and kill somebody, sometimes it's premeditated, or it could be a situational thing, or sometimes it can also be because maybe that could be a serial killer. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to trust somebody that, let's just say you're keeping your kids around this person and you don't think, okay, matter of fact, let's just skip the killing thing. Let's just say the whole molestation stuff. Let's just say this person in your family is known for touching kids and stuff like that. And you need somebody to watch your child. You wouldn't want somebody that's a molester to watch your child. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they want to feel like they want to be a part of their family. And what they did in the past, they don't want that to be held against them. And I think with stuff like that, I still personally wouldn't trust somebody like that. But at the same time, I can understand why somebody would feel like because some people can have a sibling or a brother and they like, okay, this person wasn't like that when we were younger, and I still love the sibling, so he wants to get close to his nephew or something like that. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to, keep him a part of the family and at the same time keep him distant. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's a lot of things that play into that. So I think it really depends on a person's actions as far as, what somebody did in the past and what exactly did they do too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because you don't want to always be judged based off the stuff you do in the past, and you don't want nobody to keep rehashing what you did and stuff like that. So it really depends on the person and what they did and how they going about changing what they're doing. As far as like, is they going to therapy? Are they getting help for certain things? Are they taking actions to, show that they're doing different things to, help themselves? If they're helping themselves and you can see that they're progressing, then okay, then maybe we can consider, doing this or doing that as far as, getting closer and maybe not holding you against what you did in the past. I can learn to let that go. But some people can't do that too. So you have to also understand that not everybody is willing to forgive you for what you did and also look past what you did. And that's one thing people have to understand too, because nobody's entitled to, to basically forgive you for what you did. You know what I'm saying? Even though we all want to forgive people, but it's just like some people can't get past that. You know what I'm saying? Which is something we as people have to grow to do. But at the same time, you can't put that on somebody else, because sometimes what you might have did had to probably hurt them to a point where they can't see you the same no more. Mm-hmm. So I really say it does depend on a lot of different factors on that. So,
and that's funny that you said that, because you said you have to watch their actions. Mm-hmm. That I agree with too, because you gotta ask yourself, does this person really want to change?
Yeah.
Does this person really want to change? Change his actions from what he did in the past, like with drug dealing and everything. Like, the example I brought up, when he was selling drugs at that time, maybe he wasn't in the right environment. Maybe he was trying to, just trying to survive. So now that he's older and more wiser, because the older you get, the more experienced you are, and the more sets you get in your opinions. Mm-hmm. He has to ask himself, does he truly want to change? And then other people have to look into him and be like, does he truly want to change, or is he just acting shady to get his way? Mm. So that one I agree with you with too, because you got to see how his actions are. Is he trying to get therapy? Is he, like with junkies and everything? Are they trying to improve on themselves? Are they trying to stay away from the drugs? Are they trying to change for the better and for people around them for the better? Instead of just putting on a facade and be like, yeah, I'm gonna change, and then they still doing the same thing. So it does depend on that, and it does depend on the action. So,
and sometimes that mental stress of knowing that people not looking at you the same can also draw you back into doing what you was doing too.
Exactly.
So a lot of times it's understandable that like people can view that person that way, but at the same time they feel like they're not having any family or more support from anybody. So it's like, okay, I'm on my own on this. So don't nobody really care to be there by my side. So sometimes they can relapse and go back to what they already started doing. So, I mean, it's understandable on both ends of the party. Now, if we stated some extremes, basically. Not everybody go through stuff like that in their families. Right. But if we were to say, like, something that's, like you probably said, as far as, like, relationships, if we were to stick it to something common through people, if you can judge somebody from their past. I know we talk a lot about women, so let's say, what would be a good example as far as, like, men, let's just say? As far as, like, what's something women probably deal with that they feel like they can't, they pretty much judge a man's on his past on certain things that they just can't get with. What would be like a good example per se?
I think it'll be the same example, like
maybe cheating or something, or
okay. Actually, yeah, like with men sleeping around and everything, and then he sleep with a lot of guys, but
a lot of women,
right? A lot of women. Oh, we don't do a lot of guys.
Sleep with a lot of women, and then he tries he tries to tell this girl that he wants to take it serious with, but the girl's like, you know what, in the past, you was known for being a player.
Right.
But is it in him to like truly change? Like, I'm not like that no more. So that's
Okay.
what I mean.
Right. So I think, like with a situation like that, I think that would also depends on like what he's doing. Like, what is he doing to show like what efforts is he putting forward to show that he's not that type of person to be like that? And I'm not saying all people will cheat and go back to cheating, but there are cases where some person that does cheat is considered always a cheater because they can't let go of that habit. So that's a thing. Like, a lot of that stuff kind of plays a role into it. But I think a lot of times if people are willing to work that type of situation out, you will have to pay attention to that person's actions at the same time and seeing what efforts are they putting forward to change. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like a man cheating and stuff like that, let's just say he's maybe cheated on you like 2 or 3 times and stuff like that. And at a certain point, you just like, okay, like I've told him this before and he's not making any effort to change, then at that point you have to leave him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Facts.
But if it comes to like a point where you feel like he can change, which is kind of hard at the same time too, because you kind of fall in love with the potential of somebody doing something, and they really don't have it. They just saying that to make you feel comfortable at the same time. So it really depends, honestly. Like, and actions is like a big role in a lot of this stuff. Actions, I would say.
I don't know, man.
What?
For me,
I couldn't get down with it.
Yeah, for me, with the cheating, when the cheat once, you always gonna cheat. Because once you cheat, once you cross that line, and then you forgive them, you're giving them the comfort. You're giving them the comfort to do it again. Because it's like, okay, I forgive you. You giving them. It's basically like you giving them permission to do it again. Yeah. So with that, I would say you would have to judge them. That's my opinion. You would have to judge them for that. And because I'm sorry. But because you broke, like, even if you married, you broke a vow. Like, you broke a promise. You broke the vow and everything. You cheat. To me, once a cheater, always a cheater. That's just what I see. Because you give them permission to cheat again and the comfortability to just keep doing it. And then you can't really get mad at you can't get mad at the person. You gotta get mad at yourself because you continue to give him a chance. That's where it comes in. Like, if he cheat one time, then it's your option. Okay, let me give him or her another chance. And then he cheat again. It's not his fault or her fault. It's kind of your fault because you're the one that willingly, okay, maybe he's trying to do better, and he really not. That's why I say it depends on like the actions. Is he or she truly trying to like forgive themselves and be better? So, but with the cheating, I think it's once you cheat, it's done. It's done. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it too. To be honest with you.
It's
a lot of times it's up to the person what they're willing to put up with. And as people, as like individuals, you have to also decide what are you willing to put up with somebody. And depending on how much you really love this person or care about this person will determine what you kind of are willing to do. And that's kind of like what love is in a sense. You know what I'm saying? How much are you willing to take on from somebody and push forward with it? You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody is perfect. Not everybody can handle certain things the same way you can handle. So sometimes you got to kind of look at that too. But you also have to take account of your own mental health too, because some things that person may be doing could be affecting you even more than it's affecting them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they could be doing something, and to them, what's hurting them is the fact that like that they're breaking up the relationship and stuff like that. But what they're doing is basically having more of an effect on you than them, because you're trying to help this person and trying to change them and fix them, and now you keep getting hurt in the long run, or you putting all your money and time into this person, and now it's like it's been all wasted because you done did all the effort and they only put so much in. You know what I'm saying? So you have to really know what you willing to put up with. Exactly. You just have to learn how to just cut the line off somewhere. You know. So,
and I will say this: I really do feel sympathetic for the people who truly want to change, and society is like, nope, you can't do it. I truly feel sympathetic to those people because they just want to get by in the world and they just want to keep moving on with their life despite what they did in the past, whatever horrible.
Right.
And this is just me. I truly feel sympathetic to those people that truly want to change and they truly want to become a better person. And society is like, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because you lose job. Like I said earlier, people lose jobs, people lose careers. like the cancel culture or something. People lose their lives with this stuff, like based on the past. Like I said, it do depend too, but for the ones who really want to change, and the world is just like throwing them out to the wolves every time they try to prove that they truly want to change. I just think that's crazy. I just feel bad with that. I truly feel sympathetic.
And I think people, when we judge people, I think it's kind of a safety mechanism in a way too, because it's like if we talk about I think you briefly brought up the body count thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for men, that's like a big thing as far as with mate selecting with women and stuff like that. As far as if she has a high body count and stuff, so we kind of look at it like, okay, if she we're judging her based off the bad decision making she done already made before she done got to me in a way.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, if she already made these bad decisions, sleeping with this many different dudes and stuff like that, I could be taking on certain issues that I'm not trying to take on right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or period. You know what I'm saying? Because that comes with a lot of stress. And I think a lot of women don't look at it that way neither, because when you sleeping with so many different people, you already have a thought process at this point now of men in general, basically, or how you deal with certain situations in a way. So. And then on top of that, we don't like the fact that so many people done already had you before I done got you in a way. So it's just like, in a way, it's kind of understandable for a man to judge a woman for how many people she done already slept with. You know what I'm saying? And if women choose to do the same thing, that's up to you. But I mean, most women don't really look at it the same way we do. So that's why it's not the same in a way. But if we were to use that example, it's just. To us, it's the safety mechanism to ourselves. Like, okay, she got a low body count. I know she mine, or I mean, she probably done slept with people before, but not as many people as somebody that's got like maybe 50 bodies and stuff like that. So it's like, no, and I can't do that. Nah.
You changed my man.
What? Yeah, because you was kind of like, what did you say?
I was like, you shouldn't judge. You shouldn't judge.
I was like,
that's you changed my man on that. Nah, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, bro.
I understand too. I understand why guys like with high body counts. I completely understand that too, because it's like you don't want the baggage and everything, and then you gotta realize like the guys that they dealt with, they're still in their lives. Guys that been he's just a friend or anything.
Yeah.
They still like involved with them, and they because sex is soul bonding. So once they cross that barrier, they gonna be attached to him. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you changed my man with that one.
Yeah, because the way we sleep with women is a different mind state than how they sleep with with multiple men. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's not the same in a way. And then it was something else I wanted to bring up, but it just slipped my mind, honestly.
Oh, you guys y'all making some pretty good points. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with this one, but I can't turn over on this one. So, Sean, you're going to have to be the curator for that one. I don't know what's wrong with that old crazy damn thing. But the topic was, what was the topic?
Should people
forgiven for their past?
Should people be judged?
Should people be judged for their past? Well, it's pretty much, let's just say, whether we like it or not, people going to get judged for their past anyway. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, right.
we can sugarcoat it all we want. We can sit up here and have debate that we shouldn't judge each other on the past, but also then again, it all depends on what they did and how they go about doing things. You know, because people will be porn stars, but then they want to point their finger and say, "Well, you can't judge me for what I did." Porn stars are like drug dealers; they never get trusted.
Right.
You can't trust a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying anybody out there is still in the dope game. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna be honest. You can't, because it's always a double crossing that business.
Yeah,
either you're gonna live or you're gonna die. That's just or end up in jail.
Right.
So, if a man is dating a woman and this man got a crappy past, I mean, he's just terrible with women, and I ain't gonna even use the abusive part. He just terrible, treat them like dirt, not hitting them or nothing like that. And this woman knows what this guy is and she still want to date him, well then by all means that's on her. But you know what this guy is. So that's what I say. It's okay to judge people, but then again, it's not okay to judge people. But are you really judging somebody? Or you just telling the person how you feel about the situation?
Right.
But in this day and age, cancel culture is pretty much you can't say nothing to nobody. You gotta take me as I am. But people have a choice to date who they want to date. You know, if you want to date a homicidal maniac, by all means, just go for it. There's a good chance you might not wake up the next day. But if you want to date him, you want to date him or her, go ahead. See, people got this thing all mixed up about you can't judge me. No, I don't have to judge you. If I'm telling you what I don't like, that's not judging you. No, it goes with anything. Male fat shaming, female fat shaming. You can't. I have a right to say what I want to say. It's a free freaking country. I can say what I want to say. I can do what I want to do. As long as I'm not causing any bodily damage to you, then we're good. We're good. Right. You know, I mean, I shouldn't have to hold my tongue because you're definitely not going to hold yours. If you're dating somebody and you find out their history and you say, well, you know what, you're a good person, you're a good guy, or you're a good woman, but I just don't see us together like that. And they go into depth, and you be like, you know what, reason why I ain't with you because you slept with over 200 guys. She can't get mad at you. She can't say, well, you're going to judge me for that, because there's a good chance, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there's a possibility that she's going to go back to her old ways. Yeah. If you slept with all these dudes, that's what your body's atoned with now. But people don't like to see reality. They don't. Only person can change your ways is yourself. Now, can you be with somebody that had a bad past and they want to change? They have to want to change their life for themselves, not for you. Right. But you hear a lot of guys say, well, you know what? I changed for you. It's okay to change for somebody, but make sure you change it for yourself first.
Yeah.
You know, that's where a lot of people go wrong. So when something backfires, she said, oh, you cheated on me. He just changed for you for that time. But as my dad used to say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and the leopards don't change their spots. They don't. Some people say once a cheater, always a cheater. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes people can actually meet somebody to change their life. It can happen. It's very slim. Very slim, yeah. Very, very, very slim. But it happens. You know what? I like her. I don't want to hurt her. And temptation is going to always be out the door. Some woman is always want to sleep with a man that's in a relationship.
That's true.
Yeah.
Always. Don't care if you can be a no good guy. But a woman, so you treating that woman like a queen, or you just give that woman the utmost respect. Somebody going, why you think cheating evolved? Because women don't care. They say they care. Oh, I wouldn't do that, but yeah, we just got through I just had sex with your best friend. Come on, man, think about it.
I never understood that.
I never understood it.
And that happens a lot.
It happens a lot, yeah.
A lot of females say that they best friend slept with their man.
Yeah, it happens. Really? Why does this happen? I don't know.
That they best friend would be sleeping with their man, and it's like you would think that's not that common, but the way I've been here, it's common as ever. For some reason.
Oh, it's real common. So
that's crazy.
I'm like, wow.
Why it's like that, I don't know. And the same thing, and I'm not just jumping on the women, the same thing for the guys. Yeah. Guys do the same thing. Well, I can't be with you. You got too many bodies. Well, she can turn around and say, I can't be with you. You got 15 kids. You can't get mad at her.
Get mad. Huh?
Oh, what? You gonna judge me on that? You just judge her. Yeah. There's a difference between sleeping with 15 guys and come out without one baby. Then him sleeping with 15 women and he got 12 babies. That's a big difference.
Real big difference.
One, she slept with these guys. She don't have any ties to him. True. You got to see them one for the rest of your life. Yeah. They're your kids' fathers now. So let's just say people want to judge each other on not pointing a finger at that person. You know what I'm saying? I can say, Sean, you're nothing. You'll never turn out to nothing. Your mama ain't no good. She had all these men in the house, or Dre, your dad had all these women, and y'all come over here, and I got 5 women in my bed. You're like, but how you gonna say that? No, don't do as I do. This right here, I'm learning from my mistakes, but I'm still having sex with all 5 women. Right. So how can I tell y'all what to do? Now there's a difference. I come to y'all and say that, and I live by what I say.
That's
y'all don't see nothing I do. I don't none of that. I just do what I gotta do in a good way. Then y'all be like, you know what? He's not judging. He's telling us the truth.
Right. Yep.
Eventually, they're gonna get pregnant. Then I got baby mama drama, because although people might not look at it like that, but men sometimes cause women to have baby mama drama. Sometimes it's the man's fault.
Yeah.
It is the man's fault. I'm just gonna be honest about it. It's not a big percentage, but it's the man's fault. You took that woman through hell. ain't don't give a damn about the kid, didn't want to treat her like dirt. Just like I said in my last podcast, how can you call her something a whore, but you slept with her? You got 3 kids by her. But all of a sudden, when you have the kids, I mean, when you mess with her, she wasn't a whore. But when you finish doing what you do, now she's back to being a whore. So you must like sleeping with whores.
That's true.
Judgmental. But people are judgmental on a lot of things. And it ain't even got to be relationship. Some people take good advice and judge you off of it.
Yeah.
We all of us on this earth, well, that's still on this earth. I ain't talking about Jesus. All of us on this earth got something we're not proud we did. Got something on us we're not proud we did. Mm-hmm. But you can't go and tell people because they were like, you know what? You bogus as hell. Why'd you do that? Sean, Drake, why y'all get together and rob that old lady and beat upside her head and kill her? That's wrong. Okay, it was wrong. One day, some truth come out. You know that guy that was talking to y'all? He was in jail 50 years for murder, for beating, raping women, and cutting their throats. How can he tell you something if he ain't changed his ways? He can't tell you anything.
It only makes sense. It don't make sense because he actively still doing it.
Exactly.
Why he telling us
exactly.
y'all shouldn't be doing it? He actively still can't be doing this stuff.
And us as black people, we got that bad. We'll judge people in a heartbeat. Some people are innocent. I'm talking about in that situation. Like some people don't sleep around.
Yeah.
You know, but it's the relationships we had that can make us judge that person. You have 4 girlfriends and all of them slept around with other men, and you meet another woman and she got her stuff in order. All she says is you. All she says is you. The slightest thing, she don't pick up her phone. She could be at work or something or sleep. I called you 3 times. The first thing the guy would say is what? Who's that nigga you was with? That's judging somebody. She be like, I ain't did nothing. You a lie. Bust upside her head.
Yeah.
And then we got the company we keep. They'll egg you on. Like, yeah, man, she was out there. I seen her. You didn't see her nothing. She didn't do nothing. Same thing with, it's a 360-degree circle. Because women do it, men do it too.
Yep.
A woman will call your phone like, I called your phone 6 times. Well, baby, I was asleep. No, you wasn't. Who over there? Ain't nobody over here. Now, I can say if it was a joke.
No.
But sometimes they be dead serious, and that's how problems start. But little that they know. What was that movie, Minority Report, pre-call? No, Minority Report. You pre-calling somebody, you judging somebody before they did something.
Oh, yeah.
And we as black people, we can't do that. Yeah. That's why a lot of relationships don't work. That's why families break up. Okay, I drink a lot. Okay, now I don't actually drink. I'm just saying I drink a lot.
Right.
You smoke a lot. You gamble a lot. I mean a hell of a lot. You didn't get your butt whooped.
Lost money.
Lost homes. Lost your wife. How you gonna tell me to stop drinking? I can turn around and say, you know what? I'll make a deal with you. I stop drinking. You stop gambling.
Right.
You like, oh no, you gonna die. We might both of us gonna end up dead if you keep gambling. You don't get to the answers to wrong people. Sean, he keep smoking weed. I mean, I ain't gonna say weed. Keep smoking crack or snorting crack. He'll die eventually. So we all gonna be in hell saying, I told you. Well, Drake, you down here too, huh? Yeah, because none of us took the warning. But if we say stuff like that, you can't judge me. You can never judge somebody if they're telling the truth. You can't. It's the truth. Your feelings can get hurt all you want. Imagine if God took it like the way we took it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't judge you because no, people got to get judged whether we like it or not. So it may work one day, it may never work. But I love y'all guys' points, man. That's why I just let y'all talk. Yeah, but people got it in a whole different perspective, man. A whole different perspective. So, final thought for me: judging is a 2-way street. The person he who judged will also be judged.
Yep.
And I just made that up. No,
I thought that was like a real cool.
No, he who be judged will also be judged. You know, don't dish it out if you can't take it.
Right.
Because a lot of us can dish stuff out, but if the shoe's on the other foot, we can't take that stuff.
Yep.
So, Sean, what's your final thought on it?
Man, y'all said some facts. I would say it just depends. Like I said, it just depends. If you truly want to change, like I said, the people who truly want to change, they have it in their heart that they don't want to do the negative thing anymore. And, they get judged. I truly feel sympathetic, and that's tough. But, yeah, it just depends. It depends. Like the serial killers and everything, you gotta get judged. I just think everybody has like prejudice in everybody.
All right, Joe, what you think?
Yeah, I agree with both of y'all. I think it really just depends on what it is and what are y'all willing to put up with a person. And I mean, honestly, a lot of these things that we judge people with is understandable at the same time. But at the same time, you don't want people to hold you to a certain outlook for the rest of your life. So yeah, depends what you want to do. So
Okay, well, you heard it from everybody, from us, from PTSD. So we want to know what y'all got to say. We run out of time, so it's only 30 minutes. So subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yep.
You already know if you like it. Hey, subscribe to it. You can catch us on Facebook. So anyway, we'll be back with the next show. So this is PTSD signing off saying take care of each other and God love you all.